Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this matchup in the Axis Football League. I'm Dave Stevens. By my side is football analyst Mike Steele.
Well, Dave, should be in for a real treat today. Got a group of college kids in front of us, already a few too deep, with the letters painted on their bellies, but they can't get in the right order. So if the game fails, I'm sure they will entertain us at least.
Yes, sir. This isn't the first time we've seen this rodeo, Mike. I think that both of these teams have something to prove today. Makes the ball is knocked loose. And he's taken down.
The runner has to do a better job of anticipating contact and covering the ball so it doesn't get knocked loose like that. Points off of turnovers is an important statistic in football. If the defense can prevent them from executing here, all of the momentum built up from that turnover will be lost.
3 wide receivers for the away team. Quarterback to pass. Throws it. Chambers pulls it in. That gets us to 3rd down. Dropping back. He hurls one, and it's picked off by the defense. He's tackled at the 17.
There are no mulligans in football, Dave. The quarterback takes a bogey on that one.
Hands it to number 8. That will bring up 2nd down. 2nd and short. Number 8 takes the handoff. Tackled quickly at the 29-yard line. The QB looking to pass. Complete. Good enough for a 1st down.
Quick first downs like that keep the defense guessing.
Number 13 looking to pass. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. Sets his feet and throws off to the right side. Taken down. That'll give them a fresh set of downs. Number 10 pulls it in. That brings up 2nd down. Good enough for a 1st down.
It's almost like he can walk these first downs. I'm looking for a personnel change on this defense.
And they can't connect. Incomplete. Number 13 looking to pass. Scrambling. The ball is out. And he crosses the goal line for a touchdown.
The home team showed us great execution and determination on that touchdown.
Number 16 on the kick. And it's good. The home team draws first blood today. 7-0.
If you look at statistics, teams that score first are much more likely to win the game. We'll see if that happens today.
Takes the kick. Tackled after a return of 20. Emma Adams has a report for us down on the sideline. Emma, what's your news?
Thanks, guys. Both QBs are noticeably struggling with today's win, despite both having tremendous arm strength. We'll see if the wind starts to cooperate, but if it doesn't, you can expect an uptake in the run game.
Thanks for the update, Emma. He hands it off. Brought down almost immediately at the 25. That will bring up 3rd down. Washington dropping back, makes the catch. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Being able to convert first downs in the passing game makes your running game that much easier to execute.
Play action pass. Tackle made. Third down. The away team with two backs in the backfield. Washington looking to pass, and it's off. Montgomery kicks it up. It's good. They convert from 53 yards out. The away team recovered some ground with that score. 7-3.
Those key plays we talked about played a large part in that drive. They keep closing the gap, Dave. The home team has the chance to make this a two-score game with this possession.
Number 13, back to pass. He is sacked by number 95. Coming out in a 5-receiver set. He drops back. He makes intercepted by number 21. And he's in for the score.
The defender did a great job jumping that route and taking it to the house. Huge momentum swing for the defense.
There looks to be an injury down on the field. It's good. The away team takes the lead. 10-7.
A big score there for the offense. They push out front, but there's still plenty of game left.
The kick's away.
Let's see what the offense can do with this drive. I'm sure they'd love to go down and put an end to this lead they're facing.
Number 13 steps back into the pocket. Incomplete. The QB dropping back, throws the ball up beyond the first down. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call on the field is. The away team accepts the penalty.
That's a clear case of pass interference. No question there.
Number 8 takes the handoff, and he's tackled up near the line. That gets us to third down. A penalty flag on the field. Incomplete. Let's see how the penalty affects things. The home team accepts the penalty.
We had seen them be a little jumpy, Dave, but you have to maintain composure.
Number 13 looking to pass, and it's off. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. The away team out in front, 10-7. The punter punts it away. Number 34 takes the kick.
This drive represents a great opportunity to send the defense reeling. Another score to extend their lead would give them the ability to exercise a lot of control in terms of play calling.
Complete. He's taken down by man. Washington steps back into the pocket, tosses a pass way down the field to the sideline. The receiver can't bring it in. Washington looking to pass. Washington fakes the handoff and looks to pass. That brings up fourth down. Tackled near the line, up near the 47-yard line. That will bring up first down. brought down back at the 48-yard line. That brings up second down. Washington looking to pass, throws the ball up beyond the first down. Incomplete pass. He drops back to pass. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. He punts it away. And the punt sails out of bounds around the 1.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Grabbed out of the air by number 10. That brings up second down. A flag on the play. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. The away team takes the penalty.
This guy has a huge wingspan, but you have to control those hands. Poor technique gets a lot of flags in this league.
Number 13, handing it off. That gets us to third down. He drops back to pass, and he can't reel it in.
You can't blame the quarterback for taking a shot there. They weren't in a great situation on third down and needed to chuck it downfield to try and pick up the first.
The kick is caught at the 49-yard line.
The away team can make this a two-score game with a nice drive and finish here. Let's see if they can execute.
Washington back to pass, hurls a pass deep down the middle of the field. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. Washington fakes the handoff and looks to pass. He can't bring it in. The quarterback decides to run. Stop. That will bring up third down. Dropping back, throws it into the middle of the end zone. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete. There's the kick. It'll sail just inside the uprights. The away team extends their lead, 13-7.
On the defensive side, you never want to give up points, but you feel good that it's still a one-possession game. If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Quarterback to pass. Sacked. Loss of 9. Second down. He can't make the catch. Drops back into the pocket, throws it. Number 8 catches it. That'll bring up fourth down.
The quarterback did a nice job not trying to do too much there. You don't want to turn it over and put extra pressure on your defense.
The kick is caught at the 28.
The away team has a one-possession lead going into the drive. Let's see what they can do with it.
He drops back. And he misses his mark. Steps into the pocket. The away team will fake the handoff and look to pass. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. He makes the handoff. Brought down almost immediately, up near the 16, second down. And he goes down. Sacked back at the 23. That will bring up third down. Dropping back. Brought down in the backfield for a sack by number 98.
They were able to make the completion, but they'll come up well short of the first down.
The kick is made. And he's good from 49 yards out. The away team extends their lead, 16-7.
And now, Dave, the backups are kind of begging for some game time. The offense needs to get something going on this drive.
Dropping back. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Dropping back. He sets up and throws, and he misses his mark. Penalty marker on the field. The home team takes the penalty.
Discipline goes a long way when it comes to avoiding costly penalties.
The quarterback steps back into the pocket. That'll be enough for the first down.
When you can complete those types of throws for first downs, it forces the defense to move men out of the box, which opens up the run game.
Throws the ball. A penalty flag on the field. Let's see what the call on the field is. The away team accepts the penalty.
This is one of the matchups they wanted to focus on, starting to see him get nervous and draw flags.
Number 10 makes the completion, and that's enough for a first down. He drops back. He sends one, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Number 13, lining up under center. He flings a pass to the right side of the field. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Number 13 steps back into the pocket. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground.
The QB took a deep shot there for the first down, but the defense had it covered the whole way.
Here's the kick. Just a bit outside.
The offense needs to just play it safe here and focus on keeping the ball in their possession as long as possible.
Washington back to pass. Sanders makes the reception. The away team takes their first timeout.
Not always mentioned on those, but not even a slight bobble of the ball, Dave. Even in traffic, this guy makes it look easy.
He drops back. Picked off. He's stopped by Thompson.
I'm sure the coaches had talked to him about this one with him all week. Just a bad read exploited by the secondary. The home team needs to execute on this drive if they want to start eating away at that lead they've let the other team build up on them.
And it's off. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. Pitching it off to number 8. Fourth down.
That's a safe play on third down. When you've got a long way to go, sometimes you're better off just picking up a few yards and kicking it. The home team.
That'll wrap things up for the second quarter. The away team up so far, 16-7. The kick sails deep. Willis takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 15. Let's head down to Emma Adams on the field. Emma, what can you tell us?
Gentlemen, I had a chance to discuss the first half with the coach for the home team. He said that he was proud of the way his guys were battling, even though they were down by several points. He also said they'll need to continue playing with this much heart if they expect to get back into the game. Back to you.
Thanks for the insight, Emma. The QB tucks it in and runs. That brings up a crucial third down. He steps back to pass. That'll bring up fourth down.
Everyone was covered up by the first down line. The only option they had was to check down for a shorter completion and hope the receiver could make a few people miss.
Fielded at the 39.
The home team needs to get something going on this drive.
Hurls a pass, and it's off. The QB lining up under center. Dropping back. And he goes down. That'll be a loss of 8. Third down. Number 13 drops back, and it's picked off by the defense. And he's taken down.
As a quarterback, it's important to scan the field with your eyes to look off the defenders. That's something he needs to work on a bit. The away team has built up a nice lead and should focus on extending this drive as long as possible to eat up that clock.
That will bring up second down. Drops back into the pocket. Throws a pass. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. He takes the ball. Second down. Second down. Washington dropping back. The pass is caught by number 8. That will move the chains. Makes the handoff to number 25. That will move the chains.
This line today, regardless of who is in the backfield, they're making it a point to create those running lanes.
He drops back to pass. Finds a target into the end zone on the left side. He can't make the catch. He hands it to number 25. Third down. The QB he crosses the goal line. Touchdown.
What a play, Dave. They committed to the game plan, and it pays off with points on the board.
Here's the kick. It's good. The away team widens their lead. 23-7.
That score is important as it is now creates a 2-possession lead for the away team. The home team needs to get something going on this drive.
That will bring up second down. Number 13, back to pass, pulled in by number 18. Good enough for a first down.
That's a well-executed pass for the first down.
The quarterback back to pass. Wilkins makes the reception, and he's taken down. He hands it off. That will move the chains. 4 wide receivers for the home team. Drops back into the pocket. Throws a pass up beyond the first down. Second down. Second down for the home team. The tackle is made. That will bring up third down. He drops back. He makes the throw. Incomplete pass. The home team is going to try for quite a long field goal here. The kicker on the kick. It's good. They convert from 54 yards out. The home team closes the gap a bit. 23-10.
I suppose no comeback is improbable, but don't say that to the fans who are already to their cars.
Ellis catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 21.
The defense has their backs to the wall here. Look for some aggressive blitz packages and tight coverage.
Makes the handoff to number 25. Second down. Washington drops back. He flings a pass. He can't bring it in. A crucial third down for the offense. Washington steps back into the pocket. Play action fake. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. The third quarter comes to a close. The away team up so far. 23-10. He lets one fly. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. He steps back to pass. Throws. The pass is intercepted.
You can always tell when a player makes a mistake. He's walking off the field as far from the head coach as possible. The offense will be looking to turn that turnover into points on this drive.
That brings up second down. He drops back. He flings a pass to the right side. And that's enough for a first down. Number 13 dropping back. Number 18 makes the reception. Second down. Number 13 dropping back. He safely steps out of bounds up near the 3-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
When you can complete those types of throws for first downs, it forces the defense to move men out of the box, which opens up the run game.
That gets us to second down. And he's tackled up near the line. Third down. Coming out in the gun. He throws one in the end zone. Incomplete pass.
When I played, I'd always look to quickly get the ball back to a receiver after a drop. You want them to get that mistake out of their mind as soon as possible. The QB took a deep shot there for the first down, but the defense had it covered the whole way.
The kick sails deep. Ellis takes the kick. Makes the return up to the 12.
The offense needs to just play it safe here and focus on keeping the ball in their possession as long as possible.
That gets us to second down. He drops back to pass. Washington fakes the handoff and looks to pass. That will move the chains.
That's a great pitch and catch for the first down.
Quarterback to pass. Washington on the play action. Shakes off the defender. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs.
Wow, what great concentration and focus to reel that one in.
He makes the handoff. Second and short. The handoff is taken by number 1. Washington steps back into the pocket. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. The punter on the punt. The punt will sail into the end zone. Touchback.
The offense has a great opportunity here to build some momentum and eat away at that lead they're facing.
He drops back to pass. And he misses his mark. Sacked. Loss of 9. Drops back into the pocket. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete.
This is exactly why 3rd and long is so hard to convert. It takes time for the receivers to get to the first down marker, and by then, the QB is under pressure and forced to make a difficult throw.
First down. Makes the throw over the middle into the end zone. He can't make the catch. Quarterback to pass. The QB will be sacked in the back at the 18-yard line. The home team uses their first timeout. 3rd down. Throws one. He can't make the catch. There's the kick. And he makes it from 35 yards out. The home team bridges the gap a bit. 23-16.
Threatening the comeback, Dave. I think we've really seen these guys make some smart adjustments.
Ellis takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 20.
This drive coming up is a good chance for the offense to give themselves a bit of breathing room.
He steps back to pass. Complete. And that's enough for a first down.
That play really caught the defense off guard. I'm not sure what they were expecting there on first down, but it wasn't that.
Throws it. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Washington looking to pass. Incomplete. Quarterback to pass. Throws it deep to the left side of the field. And he can't reel it in. The punter on the punt. Number 5 catches the punt.
This is a pressure drive for the offense. They've got a chance to pull back into the driver's seat with a score on this possession.
Number 13 looking to pass. The home team calls timeout. That will move the chains.
Quick first downs like that keep the defense guessing.
He hurls one way down the left side.
Receiver gets up with the big first down motion. Pretty sure the defense have seen enough of that already.
Number 8 takes the ball. Tight end on the right side. Handing it off to number 8. Stopped before he could break loose. That gets us to third down. 3rd and goal. Steps into the pocket. Sets his feet and throws across the goal line. And it's off.
This is exactly why 3rd and long is so hard to convert. It takes time for the receivers to get to the first down marker, and by then, the QB is under pressure and forced to make a difficult throw.
Go. The home team calls their last timeout. 2nd down. That will bring up 3rd down. It's time to select the Mike Steele stud of the game. Mike, what player stood out to you today?
This is a clear choice for me today. I'm selecting for the away team. Fantastic execution on the day.